Hello everybody, my name is Dude, welcome back to Dream Daddy. We got one more second date I'm willing to go on before we commit to anything, right? Pretty sure it's just Brian and Robert that are left, and I don't care much for Robert. Robert was a turn off, dude. See, on a Friday night, you are most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. Pretty slowly! If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? My fishing pole. I like where this is going already. Let's go. That's all I need. I'm not a big fan of fishing, because maybe the act of chilling while catching some fish is cool and all, but I was making a sexual reference with that one. They really stepped up the production value in episode 5. I think they did, in all honesty. I need to rewatch the old Star Wars movies, because, I need to rewatch the old Star Wars movies because I just saw episodes 7 and 8. Actually, I just saw 8 recently. Pretty good? I don't know if I said that or not, but what I thought of it, I was weirded out. I was not weirded out. I was not weirded out by some of the directional choices, but, it seemed weird. Some of the choices of things were kind of weird, and I don't want to give spoilers as to what they are. But yeah, it felt a little out of place. But it was still a good movie. It's still an okay Star Wars movie, it's just some things felt weird. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. You in or out? Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, and I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still, though, I have to accept. I tape back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish, and my lawn could use another good mowing. What? That'll show him. Why are we having this kind of a dad peen off, this dad peen girth off or something, whatever that's supposed to be? Why are we trying to have an e-peen fight over being a dad? Just raise our kids, be a good person. I just noticed there's a pony in the background. That is nice. Well, we do have a daughter, so I guess unless it's for us. I hope it's for us. Jark deserves to have a pony in his life. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. Oh, we're going early morning, are we? That's bad. Amanda comes in the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese and not chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda. Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No. Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, be outside and tie knots and stuff. Why do you have to tie knots in the Girl Scouts? It's how to tie rope, so if you're out in the wilderness, you can survive by doing something that involves rope, like hammock tying. I think it's trap laying, too? I'm trying to think of, ways tying knots would help. I don't know, I'm not a Girl Scout, I've never really been to Scouts. So I guess I can't really say I know that mindset. I take that back. I say I haven't been to Scouts. I have not, but there was some kind of Christian youth camp thing. Basically Scouts, but none of the actual Scout learning stuff. I don't know what that was even about now that I think about it. It's Bible lessons and stuff. Or whatever. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line at the door. Within half an hour, I severely burned my hand and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that.
Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing?
The burn is a metaphor, Dad.
I don't get it.
You can lead a horse to water.
What do horses have to do with fish and burns?
Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian.
You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing.
Please try explaining it to me.
Okay, Brian's just... He just thinks he's so much better than me, and he purposely reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me, and I have to beat him in his own game.
Is that what you think is happening here?
No, Amanda.
Okay,
I know that's what's happening.
Alright, Pops. You should both get some sleep. See you in the morning?
Night, Panda.
I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. Sleep ain't coming, is it? Sleep ain't coming, is it? I am wide awake. Yeah! Sleep ain't coming. Sucks, don't it? This is me every night, by the way. I have to, go to bed at an ungodly hour if I want any kind of sleep. I think I managed to just scrape by on, 6 hours, but, I can't go to bed at, midnight, even though I try to. I have to go to bed at, 4 or 5 in the morning because my sleep cycle is that way, so don't ask me to do anything early morning. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked at mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father brought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. What? That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. Well, alright then. That sounds like a bad father. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait. And wait. And wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. Used the wrong lure! I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water. Sinking further and further, I see the multitudes of fish that have been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. What the fuck? I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead.
Fishing day, kiddo. You ready?
No.
Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes.
Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never.
Amanda.
I'll get up in a minute.
Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep.
Amanda sticks her head through the blanket to wave me away. Oh, her blanket waved me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him.
Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish?
I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die.
Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. Damn.
I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Ruff, ruff. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously.
Can I see your license, sir?
Maxwell, let Jock sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep.
Ready for an adventure?
I'm ready for glory! Glory to the Horde! I was about to say to the Sindori, because, I'm a blood elf main, but, like, orcs are kind of badass, too. Glory for the Horde? Yeah, this is a Horde house. By the way, yes, I play World of Warcraft. It's fun. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. This isn't country music. It's like really chill shopping channel music. I'm gonna try to sell this coffee mug that I just drank from. It's not even a coffee mug. It's a soup mug. Someone tried to tell me that soup mugs are... Someone tried to tell me that soup is better than coffee. Fuck that. I love my coffee. Give me my coffee. I need more coffee. The only reason I have this is because it's more coffee. Holds more coffee. Probably twice as much.
So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anyone knows about it. Brought everything we need so we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, enjoy the nature. My fishing pole's in the shop. Getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course! It's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right.
I am digging a hole here. I stare out the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. At least it didn't run into the car. And then we hit the deer, and then the little girl's in the back seat are like screaming because we hit a deer, and the dog's all sad. And we're all sad because we made the girls cry, and there's a dead deer on our car. And now we gotta go get the car repaired. Never happened to me, but just saying. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake.
Well, here we are.
Step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. I would love to learn that! I don't remember how to do... I think I managed to do that like once or twice. I would love to do that again, though. I'd never go outside, though. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting.
Ah, great. Still in one piece.
Hold on, help me out. Help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Ruff, ruff!
Alright, your turn.
Brian hands me a lime green life vest. And if I fall in, you'll save me. I can swim, thanks. No thanks.
If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself.
Yay, eggplants that look like flower petals. It's more like flower petals that look like eggplants. I guess that's a good thing. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks.
You kids want to fish?
I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water! In the lifeblood of fucking everything. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing?
Daisy, don't you want to fish?
I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore in the woods and look at bugs and stuff.
Alright, be safe. Don't go too far.
Brian pulls the life vest around himself as we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake.
Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk or dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. It's pretty common fisherman knowledge, after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish.
You can catch more than one?
Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children. More than that, let's say, if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole saw. The Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one.
Shit. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state-of-the-art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard-to-reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning.
You're on.
We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish, fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, no, I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box with the pole in my hand. Insult the fish. I want to do that, but at the same time, I kind of want to win this. How about I put some bait on the hook and then insult the fish? I fish a worm from the styrofoam container Brian bought. It's slippery, but I think I can get it onto the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, the blood's everywhere. The worm is not in the hook.
Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up a mile away, you know. I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish.
Now what? What am a fish mating call? Meditate, tie a knot. Tie a knot or something. I think meditate. Close my eyes and relax my muscles. I clear my mind of all thoughts and focus on taking deep, even breaths.
What are you doing? I'm meditating. It's an exercise in mindfulness and positive visualization.
Nothing helps me to use a calming mantra while I'm meditating.
I'm going to kick up Brian's ass. I'm better than Brian. Brian will never beat me. I am the superior dad, etc.
I think I'm ready. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh! Sploosh!
Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong.
Fuck, phone, shut up.
This cold air drives the pressure down. Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure.
Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. What do I do now? Oh god.
Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line 3 of the same species and reel them in. I need to match 3 of the same species? I can't tell which fish is which.
Match that fish.
I think...
Nice match.
There we go. Oh fuck, that's not the same. Shit. I think I got this, sort of, maybe. I don't know.
Nice catch. Fishing. Nice catch.
Aha! I got it, sort of. There we go. Okay. That there. That there. Why is it fucking... no, that's not it. That's not it either. Ah! Alright, that's a match. There we go. Why is it fucking... Why is all of this fucking Candy Crush? Not that I'm complaining. Yeah, I am complaining. I don't know how to Candy Crush. Admittedly, I'm terrible at this. No. Yeah, that does work. Okay. There we go. What? Did you just say rainbow trout as like a celebratory thing? I've still got to make matches. I don't know. Some of these look the same. Oh, fuck, yeah. That was good. Cool. Whatever that means. Alright, there we go. There we go. Where's the next one? There we go. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright. I don't see matches. Fuck. Oh, here's one.
Now you're fishing match of the day.
That's great, I guess. Cool. Here we go.
Now you're fishing.
Good. Because I don't know how to fish, and I'm pretty sure this is not how fishing works. What? I perfected that? What? Good work. That was good?
Well, this is way tougher than I thought. Look over at Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly the fishing pole...
Oh, why am I reading this in Soldier's voice? He's not talking. Suddenly the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug backwards.
I think I got something big.
The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run.
Reel it in.
I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me the net.
It's all yours.
I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian caught. That pole saw is mine. All Matt. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. Didn't I? All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I'm finally dragged upward, sputtering water. All of our gear floats onto the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time.
I don't know.
You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming back safely back to the lake, I guess so.
Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Why did I not take the life vest? I thought that little bit there was flirting and not... Why didn't I take it? That is dumb! God, I'm an idiot! Or rather, Jark is. I mean, I would have taken the vest, personally. God damn it, Jark. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Hello, shirtless man! How you doing? Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glistening in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring, or the rising tension in my loin. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Want to hand me yours?
Yes, okay.
I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life. Or any sit-ups at all, really. Another one thing you've bested me in, stupid sexy Brian.
Might as well fry that shirt up. Feel like it's the only lunch we'll have. The day's young, we can fish from the shore.
That's true. Why didn't we do that? Oh, right, because, like, deeper the water, the more fish, I guess. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge.
We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day.
My stomach growls.
You hungry? Oh, I'm fine.
Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars.
I have a small child. I am flush with snacks.
Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola.
And now we're back to waiting. Where'd the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They probably established a small rural government by this point and have installed themselves as leaders.
I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. The sounds of slugs fornicating in the brush, I guess. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks! Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself.
Ugh, I've always hated how the stuff smells.
Really?
I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments of the outdoors.
Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Fake out throw. No. Break the stick in half to assert your dominance. Throw the stick towards the woods. Why would I break the stick to assert why would I do that? That is so mean. Fake throw is also a little mean, but at the same time, like, as long as you follow it up with an actual throw. That'd be great. I hurl the stick as hard as I can toward the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. Which, consequently, is not very fast. It is very cute, though.
Hey.
Nice throw, Jack.
I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself.
Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champ of fetch.
It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Butt pats never fail. Scratch behind his ear, rub that belly. We'll go behind the scratch here. I give Maxwell some nice little scratches behind his floppy ears. He responds in kind by licking my face.
He really likes you. Be careful, he's gonna try to follow you home if you keep that up.
I scratch Maxwell's ears more intensely.
I'm gonna steal your dog, Brian.
We both laugh, but I'm only kind of kidding. I mean, Amanda would love Maxwell. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad Bod Patrol. Looks like I'm gonna have to issue both. Whoa, Dad Bod Patrol. I'm gonna have to issue you both a citation and demand you put your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs.
Where have you guys been?
Studying at entomology.
What?
We are playing with bugs.
I expected you guys to be more like covered in mud and stuff.
Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. Right. Yeah, dad thing. That's a thing that happens. Yeah. We take a seat around the fire and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything?
Well,
Fish taste okay?
Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good.
Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe.
Why are your pants wet?
Well, Amanda, we were out there on the lake, and then I accidentally tipped over that boat. Don't worry, all the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Jack? Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he even out-fumbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility. That bastard! We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day.
Been an ordeal today, bud.
Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat.
Fine.
As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window, and the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep.
Hey, sleepyhead.
I open my eyes and realize I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin.
Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. And ready to fight with my strong arms. And egg nipples. It's all good. You've earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. Had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest.
Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. And then I get inside and immediately collapse on the couch.
Long day.
Yep.
I was so close to that pole saw.
Pole saw?
Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish, and...
Ugh! Stop. Why do you care so much?
Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number that he's rubbing my face in it.
Dad, I love you. But you're kind of dumb sometimes.
Dumb or clearly is the superior dad?
You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I am a tired slug.
Amanda, that floor is disgusting.
I don't care.
Well, night, honey.
Night, Pops. I should actually be... Oh, we almost leveled up. Tough talk. Cool.
What an amazing date!
I know, right, Barry? Isn't it, though?
Welcome. You've got dads.
Well, now I guess it's choose between one of 6 people, not Robert. So I will do that next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you to Shroll, Leviel, and Star Trouble for supporting me on Patreon this month. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!